Big updates are on the horizon for Johnny Somali and his ally, Hankyu. For months now, Hankyu has remained in the shadows, away from the spotlight. But with Johnny Somali's biggest trial approaching, Hank is now being dragged back into the public eye. Rumors are swirling, and people are calling for Hank to be held accountable for his actions alongside Johnny Somali. The big question is, what's really going on with Hankyu? Why is everyone talking about him again? And what does this mean for Johnny Somali's fate? I've got all the shocking details right here. But that's not all. There's another huge update on the controversial streamer Sneo. After being banned from YouTube for 3 years, he's officially been unbanned. Does this mean that Johnny Somali's ban will be lifted too? Could he be allowed back on the platform? You might be surprised by the answer. Stick around until the end, because we've also got a tragic story about a female Korean streamer whose life was taken after receiving a huge donation from one of her viewers. You won't want to miss that. Let's kick things off with Hankyu. Why is Hank back in the spotlight and facing renewed controversy? Well, Johnny Somali's YouTube channel, which is still under Hankyu's name, is raising major red flags. Johnny recently posted online claiming that Hankyu was helping him evade his ban, saying, "Race traitor Hankyu, Yon Jongyu, an ex-American and felon, helps Johnny Somali with the Johnny Somalia channel." You put the YouTube channel under Hankyu's name, huh? Johnny Somali, that's still ban evasion. It's a violation of YouTube's terms of service. This is huge because it directly implicates Hankyu in helping Johnny Somali break the rules. By using Hankyu's name for the channel, they were effectively trying to bypass YouTube's ban, and it's clear that Hank's involvement goes much deeper than just being a bystander. Many people online are now calling for Hank to be banned as well, saying he should be held accountable for violating YouTube's policies. But it doesn't stop there. People have started digging into Hankyu's past, and the results are not pretty. One person commented, "Hank, I hate South Korea. Plus, I'm the perfect soldier." Another user pointed out that Hankyu avoided mandatory military service in South Korea, where he lives. The backlash is real, and people aren't holding back. There's also speculation that Hank's past behavior, including his insulting comments about South Korea and his praise for China, is only adding fuel to the fire. Hank asked for this the day he rescued Ramsey and Gino and was brought into the spotlight. One comment reads, adding, "Go to China, Hank. You're big on free speech. I think you'll fit in with China very well." You can feel the anger from the public. Hankyu has consistently mocked South Korea, praised China's government, and made no secret of his anti-Japan views. This has led to a massive amount of hatred towards him from South Koreans, and frankly, it's well-deserved. But let's dig deeper, because this goes beyond just online backlash. Hank's financial involvement with Johnny Somali is raising questions. There's a claim circulating that Hank spent $20,000 of his mother's money on Johnny Somali. And this isn't the first time Hank's financial decisions have been called into question. Hankyu allegedly stole money from his own family, which he then used to fund Johnny Somali's reckless behavior. And despite all of that, Hank's family continued to support him, even though they were facing serious financial troubles. This paints a much darker picture of Hankyu and his relationship with Johnny Somali. Now, things aren't looking any better for Hankyu. As Johnny Somali's trial nears, it's becoming increasingly clear that both men could be in deep trouble. Hankyu might have to answer for his role in enabling Johnny Somali's actions, and that means serious legal consequences could be coming their way. But let's shift gears for a moment. There's also some surprising news regarding Johnny Somali's potential return to YouTube.
For someone who's not working, that's a lot of money. And certainly if that was coming from someone's family and now their family knows they were spending $20K, that is something that can make them very, very mad.
The controversial streamer Sneo, after being banned for violating YouTube's policies, has now been unbanned. YouTube reviewed his case and decided to give him a second chance. If you're following this, you might be thinking, could this mean that Johnny Somali might get unbanned too? As much as Johnny Somali might hope for a similar outcome, the reality is much more complicated. Both Johnny Somali and Hankyu have violated multiple YouTube policies, used fake identities, and evaded bans. If you ask me, there's no way Johnny Somali will be unbanned anytime soon. YouTube has already seen enough evidence of their wrongdoing, and the platform won't let this slide. So, the chances of Johnny Somali getting his channel back are slim to none. And now, let's dive into the tragic story of a female Korean streamer. She lost her life after a viewer donated around $70,000 to her. The details are truly disturbing. According to reports, this streamer, with over 300,000 followers, was found dead after a confrontation with a VIP viewer who had donated the large sum. It's been revealed that the suspect, a longtime supporter of the streamer, had convinced her to enter a business partnership. But after the streamer tried to cut ties, the situation took a dark turn. The suspect reportedly became controlling, and the streamer's life was tragically cut short. This is a chilling reminder of how dangerous the online world can be. With the rise of streamers like Johnny Somali, who've created a toxic and reckless environment, we're seeing more incidents like this, where people's lives are put at risk. This isn't just a one-time occurrence, it's a growing issue, and platforms need to take it seriously before it's too late. As prominent creators like Asmongold Gold have pointed out,
so there was a Korean streamer that was after arguing with a VIP viewer who donated $70,000 to her. This is a scary story. A live streamer with over 300,000 followers was discovered on a mountainside. Her body showed signs of bruising and strangulation. Police believe that she was killed about 30 minutes after her final broadcast ended. The suspect was a longtime supporter, told Yoon that he was the CEO of an IT company, but reports later on revealed that he was deeply in debt. According to Chosen, Cho convinced Yoon to enter a business partnership with him after becoming a VIP level donator on her live stream. However, she recently tried to cut ties, reportedly exhausting by his controlling behavior and demanding schedule. Very, very, very sad.
Streamers should be cautious about large donations, especially from viewers who might have unhealthy intentions. If someone suddenly donates a huge sum of money, it's a red flag. These kinds of people are often not acting out of kindness. They're expecting something in return. It's crucial for streamers to be vigilant and protect themselves from these kinds of situations. This tragedy only adds more urgency to the need for streaming platforms to address the dangers lurking in the community. If platforms don't take immediate action, we could see more situations like this unfold in the future.
I said this too. I said a cautionary tale to any streamer. If someone randomly starts giving you a ton of money, stop and block them. I know it might sound insane, but think about the kinds of people who give 50K to a girl on the internet. Insane people. Be safe and be proactive. And this is one of the reasons, if you guys ever notice, like, do you know that's one of the reasons why I don't take donations? That's actually one of the big reasons. If you ask 5 streamers that are girls, if they've had a guy that's done this, you will get 15 or 20 stories. This is a super common thing. My advice to any of these girls that are doing this, and this is not exclusive to women, by the way, my best advice, cut it off before it starts. As soon as the guy gives you more than like a few $1,000s, block the payments, turn it off. And the reason why is that somebody who's giving you all of that money, they're buying something. You don't know what it is. I know that it might sound bad to not take that money. Yeah, they feel like you owe them. Yes, exactly.
So, guys, what do you think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are Johnny Somali and Hank Yu about to face serious legal consequences? Do you think Johnny Somali will ever get unbanned? And what do you think needs to be done to make streaming platforms safer for everyone? Drop your thoughts below, and let's discuss.